What is the difference between the contract jobs that you do in US and Canada? Both the countries, US and Canada, has different market requirements, different immigration policies, and different dynamics altogether. So the way contracting in IT happens in both the countries is very different. In Canada, most of the IT job seekers are either citizens or permanent residents or people in open work permits and sometimes in closed work permits. Whereas in the US, many of the people are in H1B visas, which are closed work permit. Some are in H4 EADs, which are open work permits, and some are in OPTs. Even though it is open, but since they wanted to have the employer to sponsor, they are more or less attached to the employer. And then, of course, green card holders and US citizens. So in the US, many of the people are in closed work permits, and in Canada, many of the people are in open work permits, which means in Canada, many of the people can work for any employer of their choice, whereas in the US, many of the people can work only for their employers alone and cannot move to other employers easily because of the immigration requirements or attachment. So in Canada, when you do an IT job in a contract mode, then you can open your own corporation and you can send that corporation details to end client or the agency, and you will be paid to your corporation and then you can withdraw from there. Whereas in the US, the end client or the agency in between will pay to your employer and not to you because most of the people are in closed work permits. So what happens? Your employer will be paid and you will be paid as a full-time salary if you are in OPT or if you are in H1B or even in H4 EAD, because since the employer sponsor the spouse also, they want the spouse also to be with that employer. So more or less, you will be always on a full-time role with the employer and you won't have opportunity to create your own corporation and get paid to your own account. In Canada, it is called as incorporated. In US, it is called as corp to corp. And in Canada, it is called as T4A. And in US, it is called as 1099. Another major difference is in Canada, they only pay for the hours you have worked. So you will not be getting any holiday pay or any benefits. You have to get those benefits from your own corporation. Whereas in the US, since the employer is going to be paid, and employer, when he is paying you, he will be paying you as a payroll, so you'll be getting all the benefits and the holiday pay as well as per the state and federal regulations. And the last difference is in Canada, if you lose a contract job, then again you have to spend few months of a time to search for another contract job or another full-time job. Whereas in the US, even if you lose a contract job, then since you are attached to that employer, the employer will market you and get you another job. But till the time you get another job, the employer will still keep paying you and he will try to recover that in the next contract that you get because he is aware that you are going to be attached with him. So contracting is not going to be the same in both the countries and there are several dynamics involved. So you have seen all those dynamics just now. If you still have any questions, feel free to post it in the comments and I'll be there to respond to them.